Greetings. I'm Elder Blacklight. The title of this video is named Muhammad Speaks an Urgent Message to the Original Asiatic Black Man in the Wilderness of North America. And if you're black or call yourself African American or Negro, Hebrew Israelite, and you reside, your foundation is here in America, from slavery to now, it will behoove you to tune in to this message. I will comment briefly in and out the video. First of all, we have a common enemy. Black Christians. It don't matter. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he's the devil. Let's listen to him say that.
Some preachers of the Christian churches here with us this afternoon. Reverend, I hope that you enjoy what we have to say. I have a kind of a new book, I guess, to you. It's called the Holy Quran. And that it verifies what is written in the Bible. And the Bible verifies the Quran. The Bible is a head of the Quran. The Quran is a late scripture. The Bible is an old scripture. And the Holy Quran only about near 1,400 years old. But the Bible is 4,000 years old or more. It was given to Moses on the choosing of Allah and the rise of Moses. He was risen up among the, well, not among the white race, whom we have learned now to be definite. A race of devils. This is what we are teaching you. And if you don't believe it, I'm sorry for your future.
These scientists that we brought in, and these are esteemed scientists that have been interested in this issue for some time, all three of the scientists agree that the research that the United States was funding in Wuhan through the NIH was gain-of-function research, that this research was a dangerous type of research that should have been reviewed by the pandemic committee that reviews dangerous research, and that it wasn't. And that really what Dr. Fauci said directly in committee, that the NIH does not fund gain-of-function in Wuhan and never has, is an out-and-out lie. Also, when Dr. Fauci said that this research was reviewed and found to be safe by experts, that was also a lie. This research was never reviewed. The panel or the committee set up to review gain-of-function research never reviewed this. The other thing that came to light from yesterday's hearing is that The Pandemic Review Committee, the one that looks at dangerous viruses and this type of research, meets in secret. We don't know their members, and they don't release their minutes. I mean, this is absurd. I can't imagine anybody justifying that the members are secret and they don't release their minutes. But they also only review your research if you flag it for them. They don't go looking for gain-of-function research. They don't research anybody that's working with a dangerous virus. They review it if you opt into the program. So it's an opt-in, not a mandatory review. They also don't have the force of law or the force to remove your funding if they find it to be dangerous. So there's all kinds of problems here. One of the things that three scientists came together and all agreed on, they all wrote their statements independently, was that maybe this should be overseen similar to the way we oversee nuclear technology. We don't let any American just sort of pick up and start selling centrifuges to Iran or to Russia or to China to enrich uranium. It's not legal to sell these weapons that could create nuclear bombs. Well, maybe it shouldn't be legal to sell things that construct a virus that could kill 1 million people. And we lead in all the technology, and our taxpayers have paid for a lot of it, so I see no reason why we shouldn't have more oversight.
Speaking of Dr. Fauci, we had him on the show last week, and I asked him about gain-of-function research, and here's what he said to us.
There's a lot of misconception about gain-of-function as a broad general category, as opposed to, in a specific situation, to examine whether or not the benefit for understanding more about the evolution of these outweighs any risks. And the risks that are taken are under the guardrails that I'm talking about.
I think we can all agree that experimenting, that trying to make more lethal these viruses is concerning anyway. But, what do you make of Fauci's attempt to kind of get around it by saying, like, no, the technical exact thing you're talking about, that's not what we're doing, it's something else?
I think the reason for it is that I think deep down he feels a moral culpability for this pandemic. He realizes that there's a very good chance that it came from the lab. And if it did come from the lab and it came out of research that we were financing, ultimately he and his decision-making should be judged in reviewing the history of where this pandemic came from.
So, first there was the Revolutionary War. After they had brought us as prisoners of war. When I say us, I'm talking about the original Asiatic black man. Or, modern terms, the African. Over here in the wilderness of North America. Made us slaves, made us lose our names, language, God, culture, you name it, they did it. Then there was the Civil War. Then there was the Spanish War. Then there was World War I, World War II. Now we in World War III. We always been in it since World War I. But really the name of this war is the War of Armageddon. So he really is the devil, and I'm black light. Speaking the truth and passing the mic, because the truth should be told and not sold. Stay tuned for part 2. Assalamu alaikum.